Hey everyone, hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your new moon in Taurus message. The new moon in Taurus took place on May 16th or 17th, 2026, depending on where you live in the world. I did release a long 2.5 hour video on May 14th. However, in the past week, I've heard from many of you who said you were unable to understand the video because of its long format. YouTube did not translate it into your native language. So today, I edited that video down into 12 individual videos, 12 single videos, one for each zodiac sign. So YouTube will be able now to translate it and you will be able to understand the message. It is not too late to watch this reading, as this is a 6-month reading, and it is never too late for you to plant some seeds for a new life or a new chapter of your life. So please watch your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. And also keep in mind, it is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through, take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it is meant for someone else to hear. With all of that said, now let's begin. Hello, Libra, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus placements. Let's take a look now at your new moon in Taurus message. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon, time, Saturn. What was that lesson that you just learned from that situation, environment, connection, or experience that you just went through? Because your commitment is being tested. Did you learn the lesson, or are you going to repeat it? Your commitment to your path is being tested. You have new seeds here that you can plant in the new moon in Taurus. Tell me more about this. Are you going to plant the same seed you planted before that did not yield the harvest that you wanted? One more shuffle here. Thank you. I feel like, Libra, you get to do something differently this time around. The Hierophant, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. The Hierophant. Your commitment is being tested. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your commitment to the dream that you want. Justice, that's you. The Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. So you're moving forward. New chapter here in your life. You're already on path for this, Libra. There's not much for you to do when it comes to the new path. It's already here. You've already entered it. Time. It was only a matter of time before you were going to get here. Now that you're here, what do you want to create for yourself moving forward? Do you want to repeat something from the past that didn't work out? Or do you want to do something different? Five of Swords. Because the easy thing to do is to repeat the past because it's comfortable. We know how to operate in that way. One more shuffle. Thank you. But you don't have to do that. Page of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the Emperor. You certainly don't have to do it that way. Seven of Cups. You now have all these options and choices. There's something here about, like, did you learn from the past? One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Cups, clarified by the Chariot, the Hanged Man, and the Ten of Pentacles. Did you learn from the past? King of Swords. What was the past? The Hierophant's card number 5. So something that was a staple in your life changed. Something to do with an institution, a community group, commitment, relationship, marriage, community. It was a staple in your life for a long time. You are free of it, or you're becoming free of it. What do you want the next chapter to look like? Your commitment to the Ten of Pentacles is being tested here. What occurred here? One more shuffle. Thank you. That's just for me to get some background here for you. The Moon, the Fool, and the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. So interesting. So the message here I just got, it's irrelevant. It's hidden in the moon. It's in your past. It's in your past. You're all forward movement. So whatever happened, for good or for bad, I assume it was bad, something changed, something came to an end. For me to see the Fool card means you had a world card experience. So at some point in time, you had a tower. Something shook up that foundation, something you relied on, something that was dependable until it no longer was dependable, right? So now you're on the new path. The Fool, the Three of Wands, that's Sun in Aries. So this is totally moving forward. So I'm asking what happened back here to put you on the new path, and Source is like, it's inconsequential. Libra knows what it was for them. It does not, it was a lesson that you had to learn, right? Time is Saturn. Saturn can talk about lessons. So now it's like, did you learn that lesson? Or are you going to repeat it? You have an opportunity coming up here in Cancer season. So that is middle of June till the middle of July. Something like that is happening here. Middle of June to the middle of July. And you really need to pause and reflect right now. What direction you're going to go in. Are you going to repeat whatever closed out there for you? That habit, that cycle, that way of doing partnership. Tell me about the Chariot. Make sure that mic is still on. I'm going to have to charge it after Scorpio before I go further. Clarify the Chariot. What's happening here in Cancer season? One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles. You're officially, so I don't know where you are on the Libra timeline, but you're officially leaving that behind. Or making the decision to, again, I don't know where you are on the timeline. I just got a bunch of spirituals. So let's say the Hierophant was a job and you already made the decision to move on from it. And you're actively looking for another job now, like you're looking for that new Ace of Pentacles. Between now and Cancer season, and you will be offered a new job. If you're making it your job to find another job, you're going to have a new Ace of Pentacles here, a new job opportunity. And now you're going to get to decide, are you going to accept this job the way you accepted the last one? Because the last one didn't work out. So maybe you didn't get the terms. Maybe you didn't get the conditions. Maybe you didn't get things in writing. You know, there was nothing contractual. So now, did you learn from that past lesson? You know what I mean? The last time you got into the job and you didn't get the details and you didn't get things in writing and you ended up getting screwed over and having to start over, are you going to make that same mistake? When you're reviewing the new opportunity that's being presented to you, the Queen of Cups is looking at the Ace of Cups, right? Looking at the new opportunity. For me, Queens exist in the present because they process the past, and Kings take action. So I don't have King energy here for you. I have the Emperor here on standby. Emperor here is on standby, waiting for the offer, waiting for the Page of Cups. So when it does come in, can you look at it and be honest and say, okay, last time I accepted a job and it didn't end well. I didn't get all of the details. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to get all of the details. You could have closed out a marriage or a long-term committed partnership in that Hierophant. And between now and Cancer season, you're going to put yourself out there. You're going to be bold and brave. And you're hoping to find someone new. And you find someone new. Are you going to show up or engage in that relationship the way you showed up and engaged in the last relationship that didn't work out? Are you going to ignore red flags? You know, stuff like that. Like, and I don't know what, I'm not blaming you for that marriage or relationship ending, but the truth is we all play a role. Like, we didn't want to acknowledge something. We didn't want to confront anything. We were a people pleaser. You know what I mean? So it's like being honest with yourself, saying, okay, I'm on the precipice of entering a new relationship here. How am I going to show up differently? What am I going to do differently this time? Oh, when I see a red flag, I'm going to Ace of Swords. I'm going to say it. I'm not going to let this person, the moment I feel emotionally abandoned, I'm not going to accept it, right? Ace of Swords to that Five of Pentacles would be like, if I feel emotionally abandoned, I'm going to say it. If I think this person is only connecting with me for my money, because maybe that's what the last person did, I'm going to say something. Ace of Swords, I'm not going to allow myself to be taken advantage of again. It could be for some of you in that Hierophant, something here to do with like an institution. So it could be like a government organization or a political group or a religious organization. And now you're, have the opportunity to extract yourself from that and maybe enter into something new. Are you going to repeat that lesson? So there's something here about when the new opportunity comes in to evaluate it, to ask the right questions, and your commitment is being tested to that Ten of Pentacles that you want. Because it's only going to take you, if you have to repeat that whole cycle again, oh my God, I don't know how long you were in that, Maybe for some of you it was 1 year, maybe for others of you it was 20. So do you want to waste another year or 20 years before you get to the Ten of Pentacles? And if your answer is no, then when this new opportunity comes in between now and the end of Cancer season, your commitment will be tested to what it is that you want. So when you're given the opportunity, please don't repeat that past mistake. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here. What you want is coming. You're going to have to show up differently this time for it. One more shuffle. Thank you. 8 of Pentacles, the Star, and the Ten of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Wands. What you want is coming. It's a little bit of a nail biter here, I feel like, for the Libra collective. And look, I'm going to throw this out there for some of you. You could be in a marriage or a long-term committed partnership right now where you're not happy. And at some point between now and the middle of July, you're going to decide to leave this person. I'm just throwing this out there. And you're going to have the opportunity to do that. I don't know what happens here between you and this person between now and then, but you have the opportunity to end that relationship. Or you can continue and do that whole darn cycle with that person all over again. So your commitment to yourself is being tested. And how much more time do you want to waste learning a lesson that you already learned? And I think at the end of the day, your lesson was worth and value. So new moon in Taurus is a time for you to plant a seed for self-worth and value. And I'm just looking up what's on my monitor there. Although Taurus rules both material wealth, it also rules personal value. This moon pushes you to recognize your inherent worth, stop discounting yourself, and demands respect or the compensation you deserve. If it's not being given to you, it's time for you to leave the table and find it elsewhere. And some of you might have that aha epiphany moment, either now in the new moon in Taurus or between now and the end of Cancer season. That is what I have for you. That is your new moon in Taurus message. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that on your mobile device. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.